My love for you is pure like a morning dew. When you post your lewds and my heart jumps over the moon. You liked my tweet when I said you were thick with two C's. That's when I knew that I'd found the girl for me. And all I had to do to have you was sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. And you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. I've been subbed 1 year, so I just got a new badge. Now all the plebes in chat know that I've seen your vag. And I know someday you'll finally realize that I love you more than your boyfriend or those other guys. Yeah, all I have to do to have you is sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. But you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart.
Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Poco no mirai wa.
Well, good evening, Coffee Beans. How you doing this evening? I've missed you guys. I know it's been a couple of days since we've got to interact, and I was really tired because I had a shit day today at work. But you know what? I thought I'm gonna put all that past. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna allow me having a crap day at work spending some time with my coffee beans. And I was so busy today that I really didn't even get to have fun on Twitter like I normally do. I did put out a little tweet earlier today where I invited a couple of people, extended an offer to come on my show and give them an opportunity to kind of hopefully mend some bridges, patch up a few things, because, contrary to belief, I don't really like strife and discourse. I do like to laugh at people sometimes. I laugh at myself a lot in some of the craziness I get into. But nonetheless, so we'll just start off here. And once again, the world was saved by a cup of coffee this morning. Yes, it was. Thank you, Jesus, for the coffee this morning. It was good. Eat for McDonald's coffee anyway, because that's what I had to get, because I had to go into the office this morning. So I didn't even get my good traditional community coffee, which is what I drink. I fully support the brand. Maybe one of these days I can get a brand deal from them. I don't know. We'll see. But I had some McDonald's coffee this morning. Wasn't too terribly bad. So anyway, but it saved the world. I had some really good progress with this project we've been working on at work. I was happy about that. Everything was going really, really good. But anyway, So kind of backing up here okay, I see Valid Creations in the chat, and I want to state this publicly, okay, because evidently, and I don't know, there may not be, but I just want to, I guess, make sure that there's no issues, okay. So Valid, I wanted to tell you, if I kind of stepped over as far as going in talking about some conversations or topics as far as like, with Edwin or whatever, the other day when you called in, if that was, putting you kind of on the spot as it were and what have you, I wanted to apologize for that. I just knew that, Edwin is friendly with Super Dave over there at Milltown's Best. And I know he's called in and had a few conversations with you guys. And it was kind of, and I've got the video. We're going to kind of look at it, listen to that thing or whatever, that section, whatever. But I just wanted to extend to you to let you know that if I in any way made you feel like if I felt like I put you on the spot or anything like that, I wanted to extend to you my apologies, because that's there's a few people I have no problems with if they call in, making them feel uncomfortable and putting them on the spot. But you, madam, are not one of those people. I have no, and if I in any way, if I made you feel that way, I humbly, I do apologize. And because that was not my intention at all. So I get that out of the way and address that right off the bat. So, because like I say, I think honestly, I think what you and, Super Dave are doing over there on Milltown's Best, I think is good. I like the interaction, between, you guys. So I think you're doing a good thing. So if it caught you, I apologize. I do, because I'm not the world's best interviewer, and talking and things. And so, anyway, like I say, I did want to extend that apology to you. I didn't, if you felt kind of blindsided in any way, that was not my intention. But anyway, so I guess we've kind of had some, I'll be honest with you. Okay. I've had my own little history in late with people subtweeting. I don't understand subtweeting in the context of, I don't understand why people subtweet. Okay. I don't. I know that people subtweet. They love to subtweet. I know like Zali, she loves to subtweet. She's, I guess like one of the world's best subtweeters. I know she really enjoys subtweeting, and I'm not, and I'm not, dissing, anyway, the subtweets. I'm just saying I don't understand it. Okay. And the reason why I don't understand it is because when people subtweet, right, it can unintentionally, I think, blanket some people that it wasn't necessarily intending to blanket, and it can cause some misunderstandings. And I think sometimes those misunderstandings can lead to a strife where there was none intended. So with that being said, yesterday, Aussie, who I'm friendly with, was one of the young ladies over there at the oh God, why can I not remember the name of the podcast that she was doing with Purple and Seanry and those girls. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the Whammon podcast. Thank you, Max. old. Don't get old. Your women recording. Yeah, your brain starts. I'm forgetful about things. But anyway, so the women podcast. So she tweets out this thing, and I saw it the other night when I saw it. Whatever, it says it's okay to split ties with people. It's how they react when you tell them. Shows a lot about their character. Time for a new era and a new life at our new try at life. Okay, so she tweets this out, and so Pika P quote tweets this, says, since I can't quote you, you are pathetic. So are all of your little friends and the other losers of this community. What that cheer on deplatforming and shitting on people when you don't like them. Take your gay, sad fishing somewhere else. Nobody's buying it. I don't know what the hell this is about. And I'm being
Do you want the scoop, people?
Oh my God! Do you just? You're like Max. You just show up like a ghost or something.
Hey, but I wait for you to finish. I wait for you to finish.
Well, I appreciate that, darling. Okay. So what's this? Why is she taking exception with what Aussie has said here? Well, I mean, what is this? What the hell is going on, Seth?
Okay. So do you want the full scoop of what happened with what Aussie's subtweeting about, or just this person?
Okay. Does the subtweeting have anything to do with why Pika P tweeted this?
Yes.
Then yes, I want as they say, I want all the tea, girl. Dish.
Okay, so you know who Pika P is, right? Hujin's
it's Hujin's girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay, they're dating? Okay, I actually didn't know that.
Sure, why not? We'll say they're dating. If we say it, it makes it true, right? So
okay, yeah, that's true.
That's internet rules.
Yeah. So Aussie got into a fight with Liana and Hujin, kind of, because Hujin said some terrible things about Liana, and Liana and Aussie were friends, and I guess they got into a fight about that, and then Aussie decided she didn't want to be friends with either Hujin or Liana.
Okay.
So
so I know when the Whammon podcast parted ways because of that whole mess that occurred. I know that her and Hujin did some streams and stuff together, right? So they were cordial or friendly with each other, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm aware of that. Okay, so Aussie and Hujin had a falling out, and so Aussie says, "I'm not going to associate with you anymore. I'm severing ties or whatever." So what is this about? This deplatforming crap. What is How is Aussie deplatforming anybody?
She's not at all. What the tweet there is referring to is that Hujin got his Twitter suspended at some point.
Okay.
And because the now recording guys or whatever, nobody's really talked about it because nobody gives a shit about Hujin.
It's Hujin. Nobody cares about Hujin.
Exactly.
Here's the problem. All right, Hujin, and I'm sure he's lurking, watching, or whatever, right? So here's the deal. Hujin is I've never in my life seen a pick-me more than Hujin. Hujin comes on and he tweets at everybody. He comes on everybody's tweets. He tweets at them. He replies. He's a little reply boy, and he tries to get everybody's attention. And then when they don't give him the attention, whatever, he starts crying. And he starts saying some of the most horrific, horrible things. I still haven't forgot, Hujin, by the way, that you levied these doxing charges against my friend, Mitch. And then, because Joy, being the guy that he is, outed you, and you admitted on that stream that podcast that you knew that he didn't do it, and you lied about it. So what kind of a person does that make you? And you wonder why you have no goodwill? You wonder why people don't care that you lost your Twitter account? It's a freaking Twitter account. Who the hell gives a shit about a fucking Twitter account?
Yeah,
God, you little pick-me bitch.
So what this person is quote or not quote tweeting about it is like equating that because Ozzy is friends or runs around with these people.
Yeah.
She stands with
Okay.
like.
So guilty
Not
by
good.
association. Okay, does Hugin? Because okay, I'd seen something about where he had lost his Twitter account, or somebody was talking about he lost his Twitter account or whatever. But has he actually come out and said why he lost his Twitter account? As far as what inflammatory tweet did he put out that jeopardized his Twitter account? Because you got to stop and think for a second, right? If you put out and tweet out something ignorant, stupid, and it gets flagged down, is that your fault or the person that flagged you's fault?
Well, it's well, it depends if you actually said something in fact.
Well, okay, so here's the deal. I'm a free speech advocate. I think people should be able to say whatever the hell they want to say. I don't give a shit. I personally don't give a shit what anybody says. Okay. But that's not the world we live in. Okay. The world we live in is we have people that get offended by words. We have a world that live in that people think that there's such a thing as hate speech, and it should be people who, quote, say certain phrases or certain words should be prosecuted for saying those words. They think they should do jail time for saying words. That's bullshit.
Okay, well, we disagree with that, but let's be honest. Hugin says, like, fucking despicable things about people for no reason, and it kind of leans on harassment sometimes.
Sure.
So I'm not too worried about it.
But it's Hugin. We know how he is, and so I would say, you know how I handle Hugin? I mute his ass. I don't block him.
Yeah.
I don't block him. I just mute him. That way I don't see his shit.
But I still think it's kind of like, you get what's coming to you. I don't really give a shit. Like, get him.
Okay, so here's the deal. Let me just say this. I don't like anybody's voice being silenced on any social media platform, be it Twitter, be it YouTube, whatever. I don't agree with that. Okay? Let me be perfectly clear about this so that they don't get a case of the red ass and they have to go get the preparation H for the hemorrhoids get flared up because they got the red ass. I don't think Hugin should have lost his Twitter account. However, guess what? You fuck around and you find out. That's what he did. He fucked around and he found out. And so now he's wanting us to sob tears because he got his Twitter account suspended. What did he have? Maybe 40 or 50 followers on the Twitter account. I don't think he had a whole lot to begin with. So why the hell does he even care?
Yeah, I don't know. That's between him and God.
I don't give a shit. So I'm kind of like you. While I'm an advocate for speech, I don't really care that he lost his Twitter account.
I mean, I'm just gonna, I'm not for it, but I'm still gonna dance on his grave because it's Hugin,
Well, that's fine, and you can do that. I can't. My joints hurt me too much, so I'm not going to dance. But it's whatever.
No, I've seen you dance.
Well, that's really more of a wiggle. It ain't really a dance, darling. But I appreciate it. But anyway, so that's what she's all upset about because, quote, Aussie is guilty because she associates with people who they assume flagged his Twitter or his tweet or whatever that got his account suspended. So therefore she's
not even that. It's about the now recording boys and all of them not saying anything about it. That's one of the things she's mad about.
Oh, Jesus wept. Why does life lesson, Hugin. I hope to God you're listening to this stream. And if you are, call in. I don't give a shit. Listen to me. If you want people to have any type of charitability towards you whatsoever, don't be a huge raging prick. Because that's what you are. You're a huge raging prick that nobody, I'm not even sure your mama and your daddy like you, but I'll give benefit of the doubt and say, yeah, they probably did at one point in time. But you're a huge raging prick and nobody, that's why, dude. Seriously, come on. And you, whatever. So let's go on here. So she does this. Well, that wasn't enough. Okay. That wasn't enough. So then she goes after my boy, my adoptive son, D-Max. Says, hey, D-Max.
It was my fault, by the way. I'm sorry about that.
Why is that your fault, hon?
Because I noticed Okay, well, DMX is here. You know.
Okay, so D-Max. Okay, how does Seth get the
I'm
ire
sorry
of
about it,
Pika
by the
P
way.
after you?
Okay,
He
well,
says it's not my fault, but I still feel responsible.
I wasn't gonna throw you under the bus like that, Seth. Because like the reality was that I was going to do it anyway, so it really didn't have anything to do with you. But since you brought it up, Seth messaged me at some point on Discord and was just like, "Hey, who is this person?" Just asking who Pika was. I'm assuming that's because you literally just did not know who Pika was at that time,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
So you were just like legitimately asking because I think literally what you said was like, "Oh, I noticed that you follow this person," because when you look at somebody's like
Yeah,
account, it says like, "Oh, so and so is following them," or whatever,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So she asked me who she was, and at the time I was not feeling well last night. I am off my medication now, which is great, and I feel a lot better. But yesterday was just really fucking with me. So I kind of was like a little bit short, but I was like, oh, since Seth brought it to my attention at that very moment, I realized like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm still following Pika. So I should probably unfollow because I think the stuff that she's doing at Aussie is just like ridiculous and like inappropriate, I feel. And you can do whatever it is that you like. My I guess my thing to Pika right now would be like, you can do and say whatever you want. I don't have to follow you, and a follow for me doesn't really mean a lot anyway. And I can't imagine or believe that you or Hujin would really care about a follow from me anyway. Like I'm a
Yeah.
little confused by that. Like, because like who the hell am I? And like what, like I don't get it. So yeah, that the reason why I unfollowed her was because she was being ridiculous and petty
obnoxious, kind
and
of like
obnoxious.
Hujin, like Hujin.
Yeah. And I gave her the benefit of the doubt, which is why I had followed her at some point, because I don't think that she made terrible points and she wasn't as nasty as Hujin has been.
Yeah.
And that's why I decided to just kind of be like, you know what? I mean, now's probably a decent time as any other. I could have waited a few days, but then this probably would have happened anyway. I will say this though, it was kind of ironic. She like found out about that like toot sweet. It was within like 5 minutes that she actually did
no,
that.
I
And that's
counted it.
interesting to
Ooh,
me
stalker
because
much. Stalker.
yeah, that's interesting to me because it's not like you get notifications when people unfollow you.
Yeah.
So my
right?
question is, how did she know that fast? Because it's not like I'm.
It was literally 4 minutes.
I know what
Yeah.
it was. I know what it was.
What?
Seth gay opt you, man. She went over
Yeah,
and told Pika.
Oh, Seth. I thought I could trust you,
I
Seth.
promise
What
I
the
didn't.
hell?
I do feel a little bit bad about it.
Oh, it's okay. No, you shouldn't at all because like you brought and I really love this because I know what Hujin's gonna run with this. He's gonna say like, see, all of these Karen Terry people are all just like they're all all the Karen Terrys out here. Yeah, I love that because it's like it's so funny because it's like again like I would have done that anyway. I just didn't think that far because it didn't matter at all to me, and because Seth brought it up to me, that's why I was like, oh yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I should do that. Seth, by the way, never asked me to unfollow, never anything like that. Legitimately was just a neutral question, just asking me, who is this person? And then I said, oh yeah, that's right, Pika, unfollow. Thanks for playing, right?
Exactly.
So it's just, and here's the thing, folks, I don't even like talking about Hujin. I really don't like talking about him.
No,
because
we don't.
The guy wants to play a heel all the time. And really, in wrestling, that's really cute. But in real life, that's called being an asshole. Okay? Yeah. And like you said, the reason why we aren't going and banging pots and pans about it on Now Recording is because, one, that's not really what we do on Now Recording anyway. People get suspended from Twitter all the time. Fucking Beavers got suspended from Twitter. It's not like we made a whole thing out of it.
Yeah.
It's like this shit happens. It's just called like have common sense and don't do things that are going to get yourself deplatformed because you deplatformed yourself. Nobody else did that for you. I like saying the F word as much as anybody else, but you don't see me like ever getting suspended from Twitter because I don't use it because I know that it's a better thing to be able to use certain words or just to be able to like have certain ideas, right? And not get deplatformed from a thing because there's a use for Twitter. There's a time and a place for everything. You see.
So let me get this right. So are you saying that he called someone the F slur on Twitter?
I don't know, but that's what I've heard. And I want to give it the full disclosure to say that is a rumor, right? I don't know. I don't know that firsthand, but I do know, or I have seen many tweets of him where he uses the F slur quite liberally.
Yes, I've seen that too. So it makes sense. I mean,
and again, if it's targeted harassment,
and you know what?
Because if you just say the F word, I don't think anybody cares on Twitter. It's if you say it to an individual that it's a problem. Yeah. And I know that there was a lot of interactions he was having, so I can't imagine.
You know what? I'll say it.
And by the way,
and if you say it, it makes it real, right? As long as you say it, that makes it real on the internet. So there you go. Problem solved.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny too, because I'm just realizing now too. So Beavers got suspended a few weeks ago. I think it was like a month ago now. Because he said that I should neck myself. Like it was a part of an interaction. Obviously a joke. He didn't mean it. I think. You can never tell Beavers.
Well, Beavers, you never know, right? Exactly.
You never know.
Yeah.
But he said that, right? I did not report him or anything. I never even saw the tweet, and yet he got suspended for it. So, so the reality and the funny thing is that he's calling cancel culture when the reality is probably it just got AI blocked. Like it literally probably just got picked up by the Twitter AI 100%. And just got poofed. It's not like nobody even saw the tweet in question.
And, okay, so let's just I'm gonna just hypothetical here, okay? Tinfoil conspiracy thing. Maybe if he was like in past, he has been very liberal, right, with throwing the F slur out. I'm thinking this is kind of a special month, maybe, and maybe there might be a little hypersensitive awareness. I don't.
Good point. Awkward time to start using that kind of language. Yeah. And here's the thing. Again, I want to parrot what you had said before, because I do agree with you. I'm a free speech absolutist as well, and I wish that we had a platform where we could kind of say whatever we want, and it was more of a Wild West type situation. Sure. But again, that's not the world we live in. No, it's not. It's not the website that you signed up for. No, and. At some point, maybe in my life, I would have maybe been more on the side of just being like, I don't care, I think that this is wrong or whatever, but I am certainly not at that point now. And I can tell you for a fact, I am certainly not that for people like Hujin, where I just go as far to say that I just don't want to talk about them because I think it's a net negative to talk about him because all he wants is attention, whether it's positive or negative or what have you. Yeah. And this is actually like a PSA that I would say to everybody is just like, look, if you don't like the guy, your criticism is going to fall on deaf ears, excuse me. Your jeers, your comments, whatever quips you have or whatever like that. If you think that you serve to gain something from it, I can't stop you. Go right ahead. But for the most part, I would just say you don't Hujin has outed himself many, many times, like you said with the Mitch thing, and it's just like he's outed himself so many times for being horribly disingenuous and just not a very serious person. So I maintain what I've always said, which is that the nicest thing that I can do for some people is not talk about them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's it. That's the only energy that I've got. It's not even a neutral position. It's literally a nothing position. I'm saying, Hujin, go off. I hope that you are fantastic. I hope that you find nothing but success. Pika as well. I think that your guys' tactics are a little bit questionable. I find your content unsavory for myself, not judging for anybody else. And I would just say again, you go ahead, you go do your thing. I wish that you would leave me alone, but it is what it is at this point.
Hang on, we got a caller. I seen Nerdy John was in there earlier. Nerdy, I don't know if you had to leave or something come out, but hop back in waiting. I'll get you in there, buddy. But until then, why is it stupid Discord? I swear to God.
No, not this guy.
What's up, Mr. Toxic Piplup?
Oh. I just wanted to say that I'm kind of leaning on Seth's side here. I'd dance on this grave. I don't care that he got.
Listen, that's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's such a prick, and then he wants to cry, and Pika Pete wants to cry because all they've done for the last almost year is talk about how horrible this Karen Terry community is, and how we're nothing but, and now he wants our help. and then all of a sudden, because
this is what's been happening for months and months and months, is he keeps on doing this where it's something happens to him, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, another good example, just to throw it in the face, right? Because it's not like we didn't hear about this. The whole Slug thing, right? Yeah. He reposted Slug's stream where Slug had doxed Why So Demented, right? I think, or no, I'm sorry.
No,
Why So Demented.
He sent the stuff to Sabo to Why So Demented, yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So he had that whole thing up and whatever, right? And
Yeah.
and by the way, that was kind of like a gray area anyway, because we don't like it's like that was a whole entire like stream that he had uploaded without commentary or anything. So I was already kind of like, but then I thought about it a second longer and went, but it's Hoojin, so I don't really, it's like, he can deal with that by himself. He doesn't need me to help him out. It's fine. He's a big boy. I hope he can do things for himself. You know what I mean? But at this point, I'm just not sure, because every time he has a problem, this is always what happens. He comes crying and wailing to us as if we're some sort of authority. And I don't get that, especially from his position.
Yeah. I really think what it is he tries so hard. He says he doesn't, but if you watch his Twitter and stuff, he comes in underneath everybody, and he says things to try to. It's like a mosquito, right? He's buzzing our ears and stuff, always trying to get our attention and whatever. And I mean, I don't mean that to say we're these great big people and he's little nobody, but that's essentially what he does. He's trying so hard to get our attention. It's like he thinks we're sitting at this big cool kids table and he wants to sit there too. Well, he could just come and sit down. Just don't be a prick. It's real simple, dude. Don't sit down and start being a prick and throwing spitballs at everybody. Just be a decent person. That's all. It's not that. It's not rocket science. So, hey, Nerdy, how you doing?
Hey, dude.
Hello. Bit of a hot take, guys. I don't know if you're gonna like this or not.
Okay.
But
if I don't, I'm gonna ban you from my Discord. So just keep that in mind.
All right, I'm ready for that band. If your claim is to ignore someone, maybe the best idea isn't to make a full-on stream about them. I'm just saying.
Are you talking about me?
I'm just talking about in general. If the quote pro is to ignore people who don't have much worth to say, probably shouldn't make streams on them.
Kick this guy.
Kick him? Okay.
Yeah,
bye, Nerdy.
I get the point from a rhetorical standpoint,
No,
but the issue is that Nerdy, I get your point rhetorically. the issue is that there are things that happen where it's like you kind of forced to cover it for one reason or another. Yeah. And I think that like with this, it's like there is a lot of clear mirror that needs to happen because people don't know.
Here. We're not forced to cover this. We're covering it before because
I'm laughing at this because this is
that's
ludicrous.
What I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
This is so ludicrous.
It's another example. It's another example of this. And and again, like I do keep on hoping that every single time something like this happens, it can be the last time because the guy is just exhausting. I mean, it's just like, I just don't know. To be honest, I don't know how he does it. I'll give him one bit of props is that he's tenacious. He doesn't stop. And it's, as Seth had said before, it kind of, and sometimes for some people it does borderline, I think, on harassment, but I would never make that claim because I don't think that's a standard by which that you should deplatform people necessarily. But
of course not. No.
I said the N-word, Xylee. That's what I said. I said the N-word, Xylee.
Oh God.
So it's real simple. Just mute them, guys. If you mute them, then you don't ever hear from them again.
And this is why we do this. Is because of that PSA. Because people come in new and they don't know who this person is, and they just think like, oh. Like what are they saying? Why are they saying this? What's going on? And every once in a while you got to stop and you just got to be like, okay, this is the guy. Look at him. He's a funny man. Yes, he's made of straw. Let's all move on.
But anyways,
that's why I think he should dance on his grave.
Yeah. So Pika P, she tags Max on this, says, love to see why you stand where you stand. I call out bullshit and you unfollow me. I love you and your buddies at Now Recording Podcast.
I didn't even know that Hoojin was like banned. I didn't even know.
Yeah, you've been in a coma for like what? You've been but you were because of the move and everything else. You weren't even on Twitter. You just until the last
especially
5-6 days.
I was not really. I wasn't even really paying attention. I was having a bad night.
No, actually, I have insider information that it was D-Max who got the account banned. Okay?
Yes.
Elon Musk himself told me.
I did. No, I called up Elon Musk. I said, hey, listen, Elon Musk, stop your cage fight with fucking Mark Zuckerberg and listen to me for a second. I need you to ban Twitter Geek. Yeah, that's what happened.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah. So anyway, So Beavers comes in and said, he didn't keep track of whatever. He says, I don't even read the tweets he mentions me in. Shocker.
Yeah, right.
Says sucks he lost his account. He should probably stop fighting with unhinged people. Well, now there's another thought too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that Beaver's actually giving a logical, conscious or valid suggestion.
That's fucked up.
It is. It really is. And then she comes in there siding with Parking Tigers. Oh, Parking Tigers gets to make an appearance tonight. So Parking Tigers, knowing Psycho Doxer is a great look. You want to see Unhinged? Just you wait. What is that supposed to mean? And then up steps Matt Pitt. Says, so this lady is somehow blaming us for Hoojan's Twitter getting taken down. I have no idea who the people you're talking about are. Because again, I don't know necessarily call it subtweeting, but we're just going to blanket everybody. Everybody in the Karen Terry community, as they labeled us, is responsible.
It's such a stupid. I'm sorry, but the Karen Terry thing is so dumb, and he's been going with it for months, and it's so bad.
Yeah.
Should we get all of our profile pictures on Twitter, edit them to have the Karen haircuts?
I mean,
no.
I already have one. So
No.
I don't even-
No.
Same.
Stupid idea.
this is like the
Stupid
gay
idea,
Karen
John.
haircut.
Stupid
Not
idea.
quite.
But it says you're trying to insert us to get us to talk about it. The usual disingenuous pity party will not work with me, Matt. Pity me,
I
Pitt.
hate that word.
Pity me, Pitt.
Disingenuous.
Yeah.
Pity me, Pitt. I like that. Matt, pity me,
I like
Pitt.
pity, yeah.
Yeah. I never blamed you for Hoojan's Twitter going down, but you sure as hell were silent about it, even though you knew what happened. Hiding behind Big Brother C will not save you. Big Brother C.
Big Brother C,
Nice.
the puppet master.
I will say what's Matt Pitt supposed to do about the account being taken down?
What are any of us supposed to do about that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bank,
Supposed to
again,
use
Like
bank
I
cards
guess
and
Matt
contact
could have made
Musk.
a tweet being like, "Hey, it sucks," but like, what else?
Elon Musk, I know that he said the F slur to somebody and they probably didn't like it and it was during Pride Month, but I think that you should take him back on the platform. He's so entertaining.
It's like,
Exactly.
no, why
Yeah.
would we do
Cartoon
that?
voice.
Well, you see, I actually gave Hugin the F slur pass, so like there must have been some miscommunication on Twitter.
Oh, Jesus.
So you're to blame, really.
Oh wait! Who? John, Nerdy John? Are you gay? Do you have the? pass?
I
You
believe
can give it
the
if
term
you're
is half gay.
He's a selfish lover.
It's called.
Oh, yeah.
Very self.
It's called
Selfish
bi,
lover.
man.
No, in
No,
John's
that's called
case,
being
it's
a
called
faggot.
try. He's so horny he'll try anything that sits still.
You should try.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
But exactly. Anyway, so Matt comes.
Wait, people, we need to address this. Where's the soundboard? Give it back.
Nope,
No.
you ain't get the soundboard
Seth,
back.
No.
So Matt says, lady, none of us even knew what the fuck was going on. Nonetheless, responding to you doesn't matter because you're still shit talked me regardless. And to think we knew about something when we didn't, I still don't even know what you're going on about. She responds, says, so you can make a tweet saying this old account is suspended but can't tweet his new account. Your passive aggressiveness nature is transparent as always, Matt. Pity me, Pitt. And I don't think it's fair for you to call me talk shit when you have talked about me for months and used my Pitt is a joke stealer. Ooh.
I told Matt, don't steal jokes.
Damn.
Who's that one guy who pretended to be Spanish? He stole a bunch of jokes. Joe Rogan had a fight with him.
Oh,
Carlos Mencia. That's who it is.
Carlos
Yeah, yeah,
Mencia. Yeah. Damn. Is Matt Pitt
Carlos Mencia.
the Carlos Mencia of the Karen Terry community? Holy
Mind of
shit.
Matt Pitt.
By the way, we have Purple
God.
Paw Prince and Xylee in Wait and McCall.
Okay, hang on here. Let me pull. Guys, I'm on to.
It's Purple Heart.
I'm gonna pull some. Just because it's getting crowded, so don't take any offense. But I'm gonna pop some of you out. Okay.
Ouch.
Pop us like a zit.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for calling in, though. We do appreciate you. Okay. And
Kick toxic.
No, I'll leave Toxic in for a little bit.
I'm relevant.
He's handicapped and he's part of the now recording, so I'm gonna leave him. All right,
Yeah.
so so Zali and Purple, what you got to say tonight, girls?
That's not Purple Paw Print.
Who is it? Is that Parking Tiger?
No, that's purple.
No, that's
Purple Heart.
Nintendo Mail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it just has P. I don't know what it means. I thought okay. So we'll start with P because it just says P. So I don't know what that means. But anyway, so what?
Part, but whatever.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I do have a funny story about like Hugin. Apparently, he went to my YouTube comments and said, "Did you think I wouldn't find you?" And I was just questioning, like, "What the fuck?" Like he went to my YouTube comments saying, "Did you think I would find you?" And then he followed me to Twitter like during the following night. So I was like, I didn't think much of it, and I just went back to sleep. Then I watched a stream where he was being like this bad, and I was like, "Oh, so he's bad news." Okay. So that happened.
Okay.
Wait,
you
wait,
you had
I'm confused. Was this video you about your comment section? Is this a video about Hugin you made, or
Like I'm not in
related
the commentary
video?
community. He doesn't even know me, and yet he says that, "Did you think I wouldn't find you?" He doesn't know me at all. I'm
Okay.
just from a community he thinks I'm a part of. I'm not. I don't know where he gets the idea. I'm not one of those people he thinks I am. I don't know. I think it's just some kind of attention shit. But
It's assumptions.
Yeah.
He makes assumptions.
so what you're saying is you got a little stank of the commentary on you, so now he thinks you're commentary.
yeah, when I don't do commentary at all.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
I do hang out with commentary community, but I
Oh,
just
there you
don't
are.
do
Yeah,
commentary.
you're in all the
Yep.
chats. Yes,
Yep.
don't. Yeah.
All right. So you're guilt by
Yeah, that-
association.
that-
You're guilt by
that-
association, dude. Sorry, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's guilt by association.
Yep.
And I understand. My channel doesn't do like commentary. I do hang out with the commentary folks on the chats, but not.
Yeah.
But my channel primarily is not commentary.
Okay. Well,
If
Gotcha.
that makes sense.
all I can tell you is if you've gotten if you've drawn the ire of Hugin, join the crowd. His list is long. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not anything necessarily to be. You're not alone. I'll just leave it at that. So, but anyway, thanks for calling in. Have a good evening.
All right.
Yeah. All right, Zali, how you doing tonight, darling?
I'm doing all right. I think it's amazing. Pika is literally another Hugin.
Yes.
And what I believe she is doing is exactly probably what Hugin wants, because now you're doing a live stream on it.
Okay, I'm laughing. Yeah.
Hey, Paul, you weren't laughing. I did like that villain arc you were going on there for a couple minutes. That wasn't laughing. That was
Reveling.
yeah.
I was reveling in it. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Listen, again, every once in a while you have to take a moment and you have to say, "All right, guys, here he is." It's like, it's like people who don't know what a skunk is. It's like, yeah, it looks all cute and cuddly, but man, does that thing stink. And sometimes you've got to have a National Geographic thing just to be able to say, like, look at the skunk.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. It's gonna spray the shit out of you. Don't get near it.
Yeah.
She's just as bad as Hugin. And Hugin has a second account too, by the way. Hugin, you are not cut off on Twitter. You have a second account because your dumbass thought you were gonna follow me like I wasn't gonna block you when I figured it was you. Bruh.
Yeah.
He has a second account. Like, come on.
Yeah, and it's a shame because Pika really didn't used to be this way, at least from what I remember. Because like the reason why I followed her is because I thought that she was like, because I honestly I wanted to try to I don't know, instigate better behavior, not to be dumb about it, but like that's kind of what I was thinking, was just like, all right, this is somebody who's at least giving like valid criticism, something that like maybe people could take away from it, because I think that that is a net positive. I think that anybody that that puts themselves as like anti-commentary, it's like, I find it a little bit cringe just on its face, but like I think that that serves a purpose, and like sure, why not? That can, certainly it can exist, and certainly maybe it's not a bad thing to be cordial with people like that. But
so you were trying to pull a peepaw then?
Well, what do you mean?
Benefit of the doubt.
I know something's there. I know I can save them. I know I can instigate better behavior.
No. Well, it kind of is like that. Kind of not. Also, too, I thought that it would be funny because it might make Mr. Hoojin bad.
Why am I an adjective?
Part of it too.
Why am I an adjective? You're trying to put a peepaw.
Because that's what you do. You peepaws. Shit. That's what you do.
But everybody knows your evil games, old man. You can't hide from anybody.
I want to get back to this allegation here. And I think it's fair for me to call you talk shit when you have talked about me for months and used my jokes. She accuses Matt of stealing her jokes.
Wait, talk shit about her?
What joke?
I don't know.
Matt never talks about Pika.
I've never heard her say anything funny. Guys, so what jokes?
No, this
you're getting okay. Sense. You're trying.
That's why Matt Pitt is so unfunny.
True. You guys are getting bogged down into trying. No, let's focus on the fact that Matt Pitt is a joke stealer. That's the story here. He is a thief.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe if you were originally, you'd be funny, Matt.
Yeah, and so he says that was like weeks ago. So he admits to stealing her jokes right there, right?
Yeah, I mean, even like losing a leg. Like, dude, fucking pirates did that. Like, could you like get a new bit? Like, come on. Come on, man.
Let's see what else. He goes, that was weeks ago. There's an issue now. Yeah, I guess she's upset with you stealing her jokes. I didn't know what he got suspended for, nor did I see anything about it. Also, you started talking shit about me first. I just replied to you. I don't know who you were before this.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Okay. Whoa, more pity me lying. You are a sad little boy. Not only do you lie, but so do your co-host that hides every time my name has been brought up. So which one of you guys are lying when her name's brought up?
Wait, are y'all so scared of Pika? Y'all be hiding when somebody mentions her name?
Oh yeah, I go running.
Terrified, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm shaking him in my boots.
We have engaged here before, and you have talked about me on your show multiple times. The only good meme you had was dead air, which was hers. Ooh, the dead air.
I thought Hoojin said it. I thought Hoojin said the dead air thing.
Yeah, I thought Hoojin said. I mean, in the earlier days of Pika, Hoojin was saying everything anyway, and Pika was just there to just nod and say, "Yeah, I agree." And then everybody made it a big thing about saying like, "Oh man, Pika should have more of a voice on the thing." Yeah. And then Hoojin really didn't like that, and then he ended up taking that criticism to heart. So, it's just funny how that works.
Matt says, if we did, I don't remember. First time I heard about you is when you went on Hoojin's podcast. I've talked about you a couple of times in reference to the times you've shit talked me, and the dead air joke was in reference to us reacting to the podcast. You hate us to hate us. She says the saddest attempt at a comeback that I've ever seen is you hate us to hate us. Really? Well, it may be not a sad comeback in your.
It's not a comeback. It's just true.
It's just the facts. You guys
it's just
have a hate boner. I've never seen such a hate boner in all my life. I don't remember.
Because they think that's the way to get views. They think in their mind, and I don't know why they haven't figured out this is not the way to do it, but they think if they pick on bigger people, they're going to get more views. And it does not work that way.
Well, you know what? To your point, though, they kind of are on fire. That is to say that, when they cross a bridge, they just burn it. They just can't help it. Every single bridge that these people cross, they burn the bridge. They have, and this is what I actually, it's so funny because this is exactly what I said the first time that we ever had beef with Hoojin, is that like at a certain point, you're going to run out of friends. You're going to run out of people that are going to trust you, that are going to want to talk to you or associate with you because you're so toxic and you just can't stop. Sorry, toxic. Didn't mean to do that to you, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I feel bad. I feel genuinely bad for anybody who interacts with you, because I think that there are some good people who thought that maybe you were just acting or putting on a character, when in reality, no, it's like you do just get that mad. You really do just become a madman, and start to say like horribly vicious things, and then don't expect to anybody to like, to really come back.
You
It's
know
like,
what?
yeah.
This is why I stopped giving people the benefit of the doubt, just like Salvo. We find out that they're really who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Aussie, you started all this, evidently.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm
you horrible,
sick.
horrible person.
I got a really bad virus. So I got a frog in my throat.
I hope it's not. I hope I can't get it. I don't need to be sick. Keep that over in Australia.
No. Well, apparently it's actually really bad if elderly get it. So.
Oh, great! So now you're trying to kill the people. Good job, Aussie.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Exactly. I'm an agent of chaos.
It's about time someone did it, to be honest.
Oh my god!
Thanks, Seth. I appreciate that. Love you too.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I love you, Peeper. You're the best.
So you and Hujin had a falling out, as people do sometimes. I have to ask this, and I don't mean this to come off as critical or whatever.
Okay, I'm happy to answer questions.
Okay,
but no, I told you so. Okay.
No. It's not I told you so. Why did you tweet out your original tweet where you're talking about breaking ties and then how people act? You see what I'm saying? Because
I decided to part ways with Hugin after just one too many comments.
Okay, that's fair.
About people I was care about.
Yeah, and that's fair. But
yeah, this is context. This is context. Trust me.
Yeah.
And I, in the end, decided, okay, I can't, like, if I'm going to be true to myself, I can't just sit around here anymore.
Sure.
So I did try to tell him, like, hey, I think this is over the line. He basically told me that, but what about they've done this, they've done that. Like, it's not fair that you tell me I can't do this. So it's like, okay, then fine. I'm just going to part ways with people. And so I messaged him and I said, hey, I'm done. Thanks, but bye. His response was to then flip out at me, call me a spurg, and that I was going to go and butt kiss to everyone else. And so I then tweeted, because I sort of had a bit of a meltdown, and I just sort of tweeted, like, parting ways, and you can tell people's character by when you say in an adult way, like, I'm sorry, like,
yeah,
like, thank you, but bye. And yeah.
So I don't know, maybe this, take this for what it's worth, right? Sometimes if you're going to break and sever ties and you just don't want to have anything to do with them anymore, that's cool. It happens. I've done it in my own life. Just do it, walk out the door, but you don't have to slam it, yelling and screaming as you go out the door. Because when you do that, you kind of draw attention and then things can kind of go.
Wait a minute. Are you saying she shouldn't have said nothing to him?
No.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
No, I'm saying, like, when you.
I'm well aware that they were going to go to Twitter first.
I think, okay, let me rephrase this. What he's saying is maybe don't subtweet.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I think I understand where Ozzy's coming from, because she just said that they were going to go to Twitter first, and so she was trying to kind of get out ahead of that.
Sure. I understand.
And to be fair, Peeper, she did say before that she was kind of. It sounds like, Ozzy, you were kind of up in your feels at that point. You described it. You said you were having a bit of a bit of a meltdown, and I get it, because it's not fun parting ways with anybody.
No, and I get that too. But here's what I'll say this too, right? Because with this whole stream, we've done nothing but laugh at Hujin and Pika P, right? Because of their spurginess, and that's because what they're spurgs, and they're spurging the shit out. And what I'm saying is, so let them go to Twitter, let them spurg. The whole thing they're spurging and ranting raving here is because nobody would talk about the fact that Hujin's Twitter account got suspended, and they're spurging about because no one want to talk about that.
Yeah, because nobody gives a fuck.
Because
that's
nobody,
why. Because
exactly.
Hujin, you're a pain in the ass. That's why I have you blocked instead of muted, because I don't want you to have the opportunity to come under my shit.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, and you know, you're listen, you're a woman, you grown woman, you do everything you want to. But what I'm just saying is sometimes it's just say, okay, say your goodbye, say, listen, we're at an impasse here. And so you go do you, I'm going to go over here and do me. And that be the end of it. And if they want to go to Twitter, let them spurg the hell out because that's what they are.
People, you know what though, people, they would have done that whether she would have subtweeted or not.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah. I know that. I know that.
But then I'm at an impasse then. I can either say nothing and then still have the same reaction, or I can say something and still have the same reaction. It doesn't matter what I would have done.
Oh,
it
sure.
It would have been the same thing.
That's true.
That's 100% true. I'm saying, but I guess what I'm saying for you is for your, I mean, you do whatever you want to do, right? I'm just saying, don't necessarily worry about being the first one on Twitter or whatever
they can do whatever the hell they want. I'm not their mom. I'm not their dad. They can go and do whatever the hell they want. I don't care. I'm a independent young woman, and
yes, you are.
I put out that tweet there because I knew what they were going to say was be exactly what I was like. My tweet would prove 100% right.
Yeah.
They were going to freak out because all I said to them was an adult goodbye.
Yeah.
And so my tweet was to say, look, see, this is like the reaction you get when someone who is 10 years my senior can't act like an adult.
Sure.
But me, who's 23 years old, can say goodbye, be an adult, and they're going to flip out.
Well, thank you for the content, Ozzy.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I am appreciative because I didn't really want to talk about the other shit that was out there because it's sexual crap that I don't give a shit about. So this here, at least, this here I can talk. But the bottom line is I'm sorry that you're sick. You sound horrible, and I know you probably feel horrible. And I hope you get to feeling better. I hope you do get to feeling better, hon.
I've been dying since last Friday, so it's been fun.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ozzy. I've been sick recently too, so I know how that. It's not fun.
Well,
get better.
No.
Get you some hot tea with some honey in it.
You, D-Max.
Yeah. I've been drinking all the tea. It's been nice.
Okay.
But also Nintendo Mail or Purple Heart.
Yeah.
I have context for that text message you got, that tweet you got from Eugen. He believes you're out there doxing him. That's why he said you believe I wouldn't find you. So there you go.
I have a question for you, Ozzy. Do you think that Eugen actually believes that?
I think so.
Do you think that Eugen actually believed that Mitch doxed him?
I think he does that too. Like he believes that Mitch does. We've had so many back and forth.
Do you know that he admitted publicly, like in a video, that was all bullshit? No,
I do not.
Yeah, he admitted that on the All Right podcast with Joey Westside. He just admitted it. He admitted that was all made up.
I watched the episode though. There was none of that.
He did. I mean, he said it.
You know there was 2 episodes, right? You know there was 2 episodes, right?
As far as aware, there was only one.
No, there's a
2
second.
episodes.
Yeah, there's a second one. I suggest you go check it out because Joey flat out says you made that all up. Then he goes, yeah. So, yeah.
Radio.
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know that was the. I did not know that was the guy that quote unquote doxed him or whatever, or allegedly doxed him.
Throughout this and on the entire pizza debate, like I've been on Mitch's side the entire way through.
Yeah. It's not about
Eugen
sides.
And I have had debate about it.
It's not about the thing is this has never been about sides.
Nope.
Because like the thing is, like, the reason why I got the hump about it is because it's about the truth. It's about what is real and what is not real. I have a view of trolls or trolling where it's like, I guess I don't really mind it. People can do it, but at a certain point, at least for me, if I'm going to interact with you, there has to be a point where you're able to take the clown nose off and be able to like actually be a normal person. Yeah. So when all of that was happening, I went into the DMs with him to ask him if this was real, and he just full-faced obviously lied to me and said a whole bunch of really nasty stuff. And that's why I have the view of him that I've had for so long. It's you know, I mean, like, I don't know what more to do. Again, like, the only thing that I can really do for people if I want to be nice, certain people, is just not talk about them at all. It's just there's no real use in it, Let them go off. I hope he does well with himself. I hope I hope it works out for him, but I don't want any part of it,
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sorry to cut and run, but I've been building a fucking shelf in my garage for like 7 hours, and I've got to take a shower and like eat and stuff. So
okay,
I love everybody here. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, see you later. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Aussie, or was that pretty much it?
That was basically, I wanted to give clarification for that tweet, and also clarification for Nintendo Mail. Yeah. I'm now going to go and die. Have fun, everyone, and
have fun with that.
I hope you get to feeling better.
I will. Apparently, it's only meant to last for 5 days, and I'm on my 6th day, so that's fun. And my doctor said that I should suck it up, Buttercup. So I'm going to go and suck it up, Buttercup.
Okay. Well, go rest your voice and get you some hot tea, and I wish you the best, darling. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Have a good evening, hon.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
All right, people. I'm going to get out of here, too.
Okay.
I'll be listening.
All right, Zai. Thanks. Have a good evening, hon. All right, bye. Okay. So let's continue on. So Matt comes in and says, us makes fun of the way you're making of us. And then you stole my joke. Didn't know we weren't supposed to interact with you or interact with your quote joke. She says, what's wrong with you? How disingenuous can you be? I don't give a fuck about people interacting with my joke, but you fuckers have taken credit for it and even took credit for my bits and gave them to Huge. And also, this is so cringe that you're insinuating my joke is legitimate hate. I don't think for a moment that what Matt was talking about, them hating for the sake of hating, had anything to do with the dead air joke or in the other little bits or whatever. And she's not actually upset that I guess that the Now Recording guys credited Hujin with the bits or the jokes or whatever, and her. I don't know. Anyway, this went on for a while. I mean, there's back and forth, just on and on and on. And so oh no, we got to do this here. Maggot Edits did an edit. I guess I should share this, right? Because I've been horrible. Let me share this so you guys can see this. But anyway, Maggot Edits did this little snippet here saying, be on the lookout for this man, ladies and gentlemen. His name is D-Max, and his crime is unfollowing Pick-a-Pee on Twitter.com.
Now, this just in, police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description. Okay. This is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat at the time of this particular crime. He's got kind of a chin that comes down to almost a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stands about 5 feet 4 inches.
So evidently,
this does look like D-Max.
It does kind of look like D-Max, yeah. So I reached out. I'm sorry, Toxic. I kind of stole you guys' stuff over at Now Recording here, but I said after reading the Twitter back and forth between Matt Pitt and Pick-a-Pee, I would like to extend my channel to host a discussion between the two of you if you're so inclined. So I extended, the.
Wow, you stole our thing.
I stole your thing.
You stole Matt's thing in specific. That's you stole his joke.
I stole his joke. God, I'm as bad as Matt now.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so this kind of started up some stuff. So Parky Tiger says all she wants is, all she does is want clout and relevance, relevance from Matt Pitt. Yeah. Twitter Geek says, once again, you have followed us around for months while we are ignored you because you're a complete weirdo. You bait me while pretending to be a woman and this. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the, anyway, so I put that out there, whatever. I didn't ever get to hear back. I never heard back from either one, by the way. So, it's not your fault, Parking Tigers. I just can't talk right. So anyway, what is it? No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I got that out of order here. But anyway, so Maggot says, but Peepaw, she might get dogpiled. And I said, not on my show. And then Echo says, don't worry, Peepaw. They'll figure out a way to call it dogpiling, like blaming chat. I said, well, all I can speak for is that would be just her and Matt. I wouldn't allow anyone else in to speak unless they both approved it. Hoojin comes in and says, I recently watched you pull Valid Creations in to talk about a topic and use the situation to spam her in questions surrounding Edwin. Thank you. Words mean anything. You're an ass sucker sucking it in all the farts. Now recording lets out. I was like, what the hell are you even talking about? I don't know. And I have to apologize because I did not remember Valid Creations calling in the other day. That's on me. And I have to apologize because she did call in. We were talking about, I was doing a segment where we were talking about this Nisi Long Wolf. And,
Long Wolf.
and, anyway,
you're not on it today, people.
What is it? Well, she's got 2 or 3 like Lone Wolf and Long Wolf. And anyway, Nisi. We all know who I'm talking about here. Anyway.
Yeah.
And so she called in, whatever. And, so anyway, so Twitter Geek here, Hoojin, comes at me, about this. And, so Valid Creations does chime in and says, yeah, he pulled me to talk about Nisi and then segued into talking about Edwin. Guess people forgot about the call in, Rip. I did forget about the call in. But I do have the video here. I did find it. This was back on, let's talk a little calculus. And I've got it queued up or whatever. So she just said it definitely caught me off guard a bit because the questions were things I didn't have the answers to. It was a bit awkward, but I wasn't dogpiled. Just take it as a good experience about calling into shows now. And so everything was cool there, right? So I don't know what Hoojin's point was, but he was once again proving that wasn't the case. Whatever. I mean, again, him trying, I cannot tell you how many times a week Hoojin comes into my tweets with his new Twitter account. And constantly is trying to interact and trying to get me to interact with him. And so, fine, you've got me. I'm interacting with you. I'm talking about you, Hoojin. You should be putting this all away in your little spank bank somewhere, and you should have it be able to get off on this for months to come in the future. So the sad thing, record it. So, the thing of it is I sadly, I don't have anything against Pika P. I've never really interacted with her. But it just seems like that, she's regurgitating a lot of the same talking points and stuff as Twitter Geek does or Hoojin. I don't know. That's pretty much it. I don't know what else, to say other than, maybe just don't be such jerks if you want the people to be sympathetic to a plight you're going through. You can't be jerks and then not and expect everyone to just come to your cause or whatever. I don't know. I mean, guys, any closing thoughts on that? Or
at the end of the day, Riveter.
At the end of the day, I got 2 ribs removed so I can suck my own dick. And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm still not able to do it as good as Hujin did on Joey's podcast.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I can be for free speech and dance on his grave at the same time.
Sure. 100% you can.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm 100% for free speech, but I lost zero sleep because Hujin lost his Twitter account. That's where I'm at with it. I don't care. I
do think doxing is funny. I think we should dox more people. So
no, we're not. No, I'm
Reel
not okay
that one
with
back
that. Reel that one back in. Okay, so the last little thing I have here, which I thought was kind of funny, K Huck got magical porpoise. She did a commission, and she had her. I guess magical porpoise is a girl, right, or a woman, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes these screen names, it's a little hard.
Yeah.
But anyway, this I thought was really great artwork. It's the Power Rangers. Now, the only thing that's a little bit confusing to me, and here's where I'm going to show a little bit of my nerdiness. Everybody knows that Tommy, the Green Ranger, ultimately became the White Ranger. So we've got Matt Pitt as the Green Ranger, which evolved into the White Ranger, which is Mitch. So does that mean Mitch is better than Matt?
Okay, well, listen, they both got a beard, they both got a hat. I mean, basically the same person.
They are basically the same. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Except Mitch is a nice, very tall, handsome gentleman.
Yeah. But here was the thing I didn't understand.
I have a gun to my head, by the way.
Do you? Here was what I didn't understand. Where's the Pink Ranger? And so
they
that's
don't have women.
Oh well, but hang on.
Well, we got D-Max.
Well, he's
okay. Little fruity nigga.
Well, no, Jesus Christ, man!
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
God Almighty!
He brings it out of me.
You've got to learn some impulse control, girl.
It's toxic. It's toxic.
I didn't do a thing.
But Toxic is right here. He's the Black Ranger.
Yeah, I'm the.
Yeah, because.
Yeah. Okay. but and of course they've got D-Max is the Blue Ranger, but one of my new co-hosts, Gigi Hearts, right, has from day one said she is going to be like the next person.
That's not gonna happen because Toxic doesn't like Gigi.
Well, so my question was why wasn't Gigi Hearts put in there as the Pink Ranger? I mean, she's made this claim several times, and I've never heard anybody from the now recording say that she wasn't.
Listen, all I'm saying is wait for the next episode.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Works for me.
Fuck you for that.
But anyway, now they anyway, so let me get back to the Twitter or the tweets here. Evidently, so now Squatchin says, "Ooh, now recording artists as Sailor Scouts." Is that like the Sailor Moon thing?
Yeah.
Oh, so now next I guess they're going to do some artwork with you guys as Sailor Moon people or the characters from Sailor Moon. So
I'm stepping up. I'll do it.
Will you do it? All right.
No, I won't because I don't know anything about Sailor Moon.
No, I don't know anything about Sailor Moon.
Some nerd
either.
like you is gonna come point out some.
Who? Me?
Who's who?
I have no idea anything about Sailor Moon.
No, but some nerd like you, like Liana.
Well,
tell me.
Actually, it looks like to me, she said Nerdy John is Uranus. And K-Huck says yes, and Nerdy John says, first off, how dare you? Secondly, I would make the outfit work.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't have a clue what that means either. That's just
right, Riverter. These young people got it.
I listen. I don't know anything about look, whatever. I pushed my limits with knowing a little bit about the Power Rangers. But that was because I think, when were they on? I think they came on in like the early 90s. And I can remember watching a little bit, but I was like, geez, I was in my.
You were like 40 back then, right?
Close to it. I was in my mid 20s. But I can remember going to watching one of the movies in the theater. I think so.
Theater.
Yeah, theater. You know what a theater is?
So
Seth, how do you feel that Riveter was older than you before you were born?
How do you feel about the fact that you're still younger than like half of Riverter's age?
So?
Yeah,
It means I got more life.
I don't know about that. Considering the way you live, sometimes I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Probably not. Anyway,
so I've yet
will perish soon.
So, just real quickly, I have yet to be able, because my life has been a whirling nightmare the last several days, but I have not got to listen to the interview that you did, Toxic, you and Liana, with Edwin. But I hear it's quite interesting, and so I'm looking forward to finishing that up. That had to be an interesting conversation without even me listening to it yet. That had to just be interesting, right? I mean,
that was definitely something. I mean, we recorded it really late at night, but it kind of woke me up. Like I was like tired before it, about to fall asleep, but then while he was just talking about it, I was like, whoa. Like he took a lot of shots at like Xylee and like
but you kind of expected that, right?
Yeah. It was juicy, you know. Anyone should go listen to it if you're into the Edwin story.
Yeah. Well, I plan on I do plan on watching it. Let me get up here. Pull up your channel, and I'll share the link in the chat here. As you can see here, I've made about 9 minutes so far into it because I have not been anyway, no excuses. I'll definitely get into it probably tomorrow and finish it up. But there's the link there in chat, guys, to the I guess I should be showing it on screen too. But anyway, check this out, because I really feel like it would be. I don't know about Liana as far as an interviewer. I don't know what her skill set there is.
She pulled it off quite well.
Did she?
She did good. She did good.
Yeah. So anyway, well, hang on here. Gigi is in waiting to call. Good evening, Gigi. So what are your thoughts about this alleged next episode that's going to be coming out that Toxic has alluded to?
I feel like I would be scared if it were anyone other than Now Recording. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to be scared of that crew right there.
I'm scared. I'll put it out there. That episode is going to be spicy, and I know I've said some things about Now Recording.
Well, I feel like since as it has not come out yet, this is the perfect time to be a little mask off. I'm sorry, nose off, not mask off. We'll save that for the season finale. Yeah, I actually, I know that I keep saying I'm going to be a future member of Now Recording. It's really this Days of Future Past thing where if it happens, it'll like be a retcon situation. But in all actuality, I actually think that the mix on Now Recording is pretty solid. I can't imagine what it would add to it. I also think that those conversations get real sweaty, like a bunch of people who maybe haven't gotten laid recently enough. And
true.
I don't see.
What do you have to say about that, Doctor?
That's true. I agree with all of it.
Okay.
So I kind of feel like, and I watch a lot of those live streams that are like that, and that is when I go, this conversation is mine, but this is where I'm gonna go ahead and exit the locker room, and maybe I'll circle back when they have remembered that they're on the internet and everyone can tell it's been a while. You know what I mean? So I also want to point out that I realized that before I, decided to step out of the audience, my favorites on Now Recording were actually Beavers and Toxic.
Oh.
And it's
pretty good dynamic.
It's because and also, not that he's here right now, but Ruin Leon, and all three of you, real dicks, gotta tell you. I mean, not as big a dick as Matt Pitt.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big dick.
Does he? I mean,
yeah, his dick is pretty fucking big. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you saying then
he's making up for that missing leg?
Yeah, I was about to say. So y'all are saying he still has two legs, because I hope so.
Well, I mean, then one leg is bigger than the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, I said in the chat, and I'll say it again. I would say that I've been surprised that any member of Now Recording has given me any attention at all, and all of you have just made me such a part of your day. I really feel the love. And I know it's coming off real sarcastic, but I mean that genuinely. Like, look at all of the Spurgs on here having to like lose their mind and dox themselves and cry. And all I had to do was poke y'all a little bit. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Been a good time.
Well, beavers inherently will pay attention to you because you're a woman.
Yeah.
You have tits.
You know, I am a little offended he has not asked to see my tits. I have very nice tits. Can I say? I feel like I don't need to say that.
Well,
but...
if he's in the audience, he'll be in your DMs by what time is it? Sometime tonight.
I think he is in the audience. Let me just go back through chat here. I think I've seen him earlier.
Yeah, I feel like they already recorded the episode. I'm already fucked.
No, well, this is what I'm saying. This is not in an effort for them to like be nicer to me on that episode. This is so that if I get pissed off after this, I can't exactly go back and say I never liked those assholes anyway. No, I still am a fan. I'm still at war with all of you.
Okay, but not D-Max though, because I have it on good authority. D-Max was not there, so he is innocent of any charges.
But that's not how we operate out here. It's guilt by association.
True.
I'm sorry.
It is
I ain't about that. Okay, anyone else, but if it's D-Max, I'll let it go.
We're still the D-Max fan club, so, you know, we would say that as a courtesy, we will grant one person on Now Recording a pass, and you will know in advance that it will be D-Max.
It will be D-Max? Okay.
All right, well, I mean, I stand. Whatever Toxic said about me on that
D-Max.
podcast, I forgive you, Toxic.
I hate D-Max.
You hate
D-Max sucks. Yeah, I'm only saying this because he's in the shower right now and he can't watch this part. But yeah, you suck, D-Max. See you tomorrow.
He's in chat, you dingus. I know you can't
hey,
see.
Hey, D-Max, I love you. I'm not looking at chat. I'm a good.
No, you can't
creator.
look at chat.
I don't look at chat.
Oh well, guys, I appreciate you calling in, and you know, all I'm going to say, kind of wrapping things back up a little bit, is Pika P, Hujin, just keep being your
pictures of your titties.
Just keep being your wonderful selves. Keep spurging, because it makes me laugh at times. It really does, and I enjoy that. So
we need it in the community. It's nice when it's not all so serious. I'm so happy that this is about joke stealing. Let me tell you, if one more person was talking to minors. If one of you is talking to minors right now, ooh, stop it right this moment. This instant. Don't stop it. I mean,
I don't know, Gigi. I heard you have quite a history with that.
Yeah, no 13-year-old boyfriends. All right, let's not do that again. Okay, let's work on that.
Oh,
Just kidding.
Yeah. Anyway, well, listen, like I said, I appreciate you guys calling in this evening. And remember, guys, always keep your powder dry and look for me in the funny papers. And I should be back in the morning. Probably so.